close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Right side, it's Grove. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. All right, guys, let's talk about Northwestern. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Split backs here. Keeps it on the option. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Keeps it himself.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. They give it back to him. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Off play action. Oh, the ball is wiggled free near their own goal line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Not a lot of room to field this one. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. You get field position like this and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Changing the routes with his receivers. To the air, it's Lowry. Working that left side now. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. At the 35, he's loose. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get... in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. The run inside. It's Johnson. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The handoff to Johnson. He's got the first down. Oh, sweet feet. There he goes to the right. And he scores! Touchdown, Huskies! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he added the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. There he goes. The 40. The 30. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
Man, what a run by the quarterback. I got to tell you, if I was his coach, I would tell him, hey, man, at any point in this game, if you just feel like taking off and running, go for it. Just go right ahead because he can do things like that. That's an RPO. He's supposed to throw the football, but nobody's open. He sees a lane, he sees green grass, and off he goes. And it's not just a 5-10-yard gainer. This guy's generating explosive home run plays because of his athleticism. This dude's just on another level right now.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it. Touchdown, Northwestern! Great job by the back on the option. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Setting up the screen. Nice move to keep running. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. To the back. Going to try the upside. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Touchdown, Northwestern. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Drops back. It's Davidson. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Slings it downfield. Out wide right, it's Taylor. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up second and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then defense.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll go to the air. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got it. First down and more. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll give it to Johnson. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Utah in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
And it's the Utes with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to get the corner. Quick toss. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the 1st down. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down. Nine-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Fires left. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Finds his man on the RPO. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways. But the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on
Snags it, and he's open. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. New set of downs after the completion. The RPO fired complete to the left. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Lowry. Right side, it's Grove. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Powers inside. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Offense facing 4th down.
Looking for the 4th down conversion. Northwestern comes to the line. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on 4th, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they could not come up with the play.
With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
A design run for the quarterback. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rain. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run it. It's right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
He'll be dropped.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a fourth down situation.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Straight ahead, it's Johnson. He's past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw, it's Davidson. Out wide right, it's Green. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Wright. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Here comes the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. The handoff to Johnson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I know that wasn't a big gain, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get...